Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we basically had to set it up where we said, listen, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to basically avoid some of those headwinds that we could run into. And we're going to keep this broken down to being a 3-level affiliate, which gives us the ability to have some people create some organizations, some teams, especially some of the cool stuff we're going to do with it, but also keeps us still in that affiliate realm and space and not the network marketing space, which actually makes us cleaner to all the regulators, et cetera, et cetera. Because this is not for, hey man, let's just come up with something cool for 3 months, right? This is a lifetime pursuit for us. So I just want you guys to understand that. So let me do this. You can tell me when, I'm going to try to share my screen here, and then I just want to give the basic overview of what's happening here with. Tell me, guys, when you guys can see that.
We see it.
Okay, great. So first of all, you guys know, man, sometimes I can be a little bit of a PowerPoint snob. For those of you who know me, I just threw this together so we could have some visuals here on the thing. So don't give me a hard time. Don't send me any text messages. Say, come on, man, you could jazz it up better than that. But from this, you guys can get the point, man. So I just wanted to put something together for you guys real quick today so we can show this tonight and we can go through it. So the first thing I want you guys to keep in mind is our whole focus and goal was to simply go out and say, let's create this affiliate program so we can give people a reason to supercharge the growth of the community, make it even hotter, make it smoke out of the gate. We decided, because it was going to be an affiliate program, the most amount of levels we could go and still be considered affiliate was 3. So we picked 3 levels. And then we also said, okay, what are we going to do to drive the proper behavior within this community to get people to go out there and really share it? Because I mentioned this earlier, and again, I'm a bit of a data nerd, and I study this industry like nobody's business, and I know that there's consumers, right, who never go out and talk to anyone, and that's okay. We're happy to have you. Come on in, buy some Sosana, be a part of the voting pool, et cetera, and help to drive that. There's social enrollers who will go and on average recruit about 1 to 2 people. There's salespeople who recruit about 3 to 5. And then you got your sales leaders who are going to go about 6 to 9 people. And then you have what they call super recruiters. Now, what's interesting is a super recruiter is only someone who recruits 10 or more people. And I know we've got some super recruiters on right now, and you guys are thinking, 10 or more, that's like a bad Wednesday for me, right? And I get it, but I just want to tell you the significance of that 10 or more people and super recruiters. Every single metric that's been ever studied about the industry can be traced back to how many super recruiters you have as a percentage as to how your company or your team is doing. And here's some basic things for those of you who are team builders. If you didn't know this, you can write this down, right? If 1% or less of your people on your company or on your team are super recruiters, just 1% or less, you're in decline. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? When you're trying to basically build something. If 2% of your people are super recruiters, you have nice even keel, right? If 3% are super recruiters, you have double-digit growth in terms of sales, and in this case, in terms of revenue for you guys. And if you have 4% or more, you are in mass momentum. So knowing that, we said, okay, let's make sure that the way that we develop this is it's going to start off with, we want to have something cool for affiliates, but we also want to give some people some incentive, and we want to stair step them through potentially getting to the super recruiter stage for those who can do it, because they're going to bring some extra value here. The final thing I want to say before I show this is for those of you who are sitting on here right now, you're like, dude, it's just not me, man. Listen, I just want to buy a token, bro. I don't want to talk to other people. I don't want to recruit. That's not what I do. You don't have to do any of this. This is completely optional, but please understand, if you like to eat dragon meat, these super recruiters, these are the people who slay the dragons and bring them back to the castle so you can be sitting there with your feet up to eat dragon meat. So we got to do some stuff for these guys, because they're the people who go out and they kill it and they get the word out and they build up the value so you can sit back and relax and say, I can't believe how high the Sosana price is going and how much my portfolio is worth. So with that said, let's get into it, okay? The first thing we're going to talk about is what's unranked, which every single person who signs up, this is your commission structure. Before you ever go do anything, you've got a 3-level commission structure, 20% level 1, 15% level 2, and then level 3 is also 15%, okay? And all affiliate rewards are going to be paid out in Sosana tokens, okay? So you don't have to ever go out and refer anyone. If you never refer anyone, that's okay. You can still just accumulate as many Sosana tokens as you can. You can actually involve yourself in all the other aspects of where you can make money here, and you can sit back and you can actually still win. But for those of you who want to get some leverage and want to build up your Sosana holdings faster, you can simply do that by going out and referring some people. And if you refer your first person, you're going to get 20%. Of what they paid to get started. So if of their signup. So if they decide they're going to come in as a founder, $99, $20, right? That's pretty cool. $20 worth of Sosana too, which is really cool, because if you refer somebody on day one, I promise you this. I don't know if I can say I promise, Andrew. I apologize if I'm not saying. I think this is going to happen. If you refer somebody on day one, the $20 of Sosana that you get on day one is probably going to be worth a whole lot more on day 3, day 4, day 5. Probably. I'm not making promises. I don't want to get ourselves in trouble, but I'm just saying, think about it that way. This is in Sosana tokens, not in dollars. So you are actually going to be compensated in what we believe is going to be a rapidly appreciating asset. You can actually see that for yourself as we start moving forward. So simple compensation, very easy to understand. Again, you don't have to talk to anyone if you don't want to, but if you want to go talk to some people, our first rank is going to be called the DGen rank. And this is very simple to get to. You simply have to refer 3 people personally to Sosana. Not very complicated to do, but 3 personal referrals that decide to join Sosana. You're going to give them your referral link. They will join what we call frontline to you. For those of you not familiar with this, it just means they're a personal referral of yours, and you're going to get a raise right away. All of your personal referrals from that point on will be worth 25% to you. All of your level 2 referrals will still be worth 15%, but your level 3 referrals will now be worth as much as your level 1 referrals. And for those of you who are team builders, you can probably see what we're doing here. Number 1, we know that there are some super affiliates coming to the table. I'm hearing some names, man, that I can't even sleep at night, man. You guys wonder why I'm so excited, because I'm hearing names of people. I'm like, oh my God, they're here. That's going to be incredible. I'm excited for what's going to happen with this project. But when you're looking into the referral marketplace, we said, man, listen, we want to get up to that range. A lot of people will say if they're in the referral market, they're getting somewhere between 12 and 15%, every time they move a product or a service or whatever. That's not bad. 25% is really generous, right? So we wanted to make sure that for those that are just like, hey man, I'm a super affiliate, I have a big giant following, I'm going to do some webinars, put out some YouTube videos, I'm going to go 10,000 wide. We wanted to make sure that we were giving them an incentive to want to go 10,000 wide if that's what they want to do, and they're going to pick up some really, really nice commissions there, and they can use that to pay for their marketing if they want to. They can use that to simply build a Sosana bank, right? But you guys that are team builders, right, you can already start to see if the level 3 is big, right? There's going to be, when you think about geometric growth, there's going to be far more people down here normally than you have up here. And the fact that you can get paid just as much down here, well, you guys can see where we're going with this in terms of making sure that we are rewarding the proper behavior. So DGen, simply go out and get 3 people. You get a raise on level 1, raise on level 3. Now we're starting to cook and we're starting to get people excited. Now, from this point, right, this is where we're more in that, sales people range, whatever, normally people who go out and recruit 3 to 5 people, but we want to give people incentive, again, to start pushing towards that super recruiter stage, because the moment that we have 3 to 4% of super recruiters, we are rocking and rolling. And when I say we, I mean you, me, all of us, because the faster the community is growing, the more it benefits all of us, okay? We all want to see Sosana's token go from 1/10 of a penny to a penny, to 10 cents, to $1, to $10, to $100, right? That actually benefits all of us. So the faster this community grows, the more excited people are, the more people buy, the more people incentivized to hold, all these types of things. That's all going to help us do that. So to push towards the next level, we go to the rank of a hodler, okay? And this is going to be definitely more aggressive. This is for true team builders, not casual referrers, okay? So there's a difference. Now, you might be a casual referrer who eventually goes out and refers 10 people, and then maybe some of those people that you refer are decent level team builders, and it can happen for you. But a hodler, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have to refer at least 10 people. So now we're pushing you into the super recruiter level, which is what we're looking for, at least 10 or more. I know for some of you guys, that's a bad Wednesday. I got it. Some of you guys are already going to refer 100 hundreds and thousands of people to Sosana, but at least 10. And then you have to have a total of 100 referrals within your entire team, with no more than 30 referrals being counted from a qualification standpoint. Remember, you can have thousands of referrals in each leg, but from a qualification standpoint, no more than 30 can be counted from any given referral leg. That's what I mean. For those of you who aren't familiar, when I say leg, it just means this person right now, that's one of your legs. This person, one of your legs. This person, one of your legs, et cetera, right? So over here, I don't care if there's 100 people in this leg, that's great, but we're going to count a maximum of 30, right, towards your qualification for hodler. So this is just an example. We would count 30 from here, 5 from here, 30 from here, 5 from here, 30 from here. That would give you your qualifications, 100 total or more, no more than 30 being counted from any given leg. You are going to be a hodler. I want to just make sure everybody understands a couple things here. Number one, this is calculated through infinity. So even though it's a 3-level payout, you don't have to get the 100 people in your group compressed into your 3 levels, right? That's not fair, right? We wanted to make sure we were fair to the people who are really working, and we wanted to give you an incentive as well to be willing to go work with people, maybe even below your 3rd level or 4th level. For those of you who are leaders, wait till we get to the end. You're going to have a huge incentive to go work with people below your 3rd level, but we wanted to give you an incentive to do that. So it's going to be calculated through infinity, and so you don't have to worry about where they actually fall at, and you will be able to see the tracking through infinity. But remember, the payout here is going to be through those 3 levels. And once again, we're going to give you a raise again on level 3, because now we understand as a team builder, and you understand as a team builder, there's going to be a lot more happening down here than it's happening up here. If the only thing you ever want to do is just go wide and you're never going to recruit somebody else as a team builder who's going to build anything, that's okay. But I will tell you what, even if that's your plan, is to just go wide, accidentally, some of those people that you're referring, they're going to start referring some others, and you're going to start ending up with a pretty healthy 2nd and 3rd level. So the fact that the 3rd level is actually getting boosted up now, you can earn more in the 3rd level than you're earning your 1st level. That shows that we understand the mechanics of how this works, and we're going to make sure that we're putting more Sosana tokens and rewards into your pocket. Finally, the 3rd rank that's here is just 3 ranks. Okay, well, unranked is not really a rank, but unranked is where everybody starts. Then you go to degen, then you go to hodler. Now you're going to come up to whale. And as a whale, again, you're still going to have the same amount of width, that minimum of 10, although I know most whales are going to go a lot wider than that. And you're going to have 3 separate legs with a hodler, once again, anywhere in that leg. So it does not have to be a hodler popping up in your first 3 levels. I'm showing one here on level 1, level 2, level 3, just so it fits on the screen. But it could be a hodler on level 7, a hodler on level 10. Doesn't matter. We'll actually look for the qualifications through infinity. But once you have that set up, you will actually be a whale. We are then at that point saying your organization is now going to be getting much more mature. So we're going to give you another bump up here on your level 2 and a bump up on level 3. Now you're making 10% more on the 3rd level, where you'll have the most amount of action than you're even making for your personals. So again, this is going to reward team builders. We're looking for people who are going to bring this extra value and build a community. So those of us who just want to sit back and chill and not tell anybody, we can all be rewarded. And we're going to be rewarded because, again, these guys are out there on a daily basis doing nothing but slaying dragons. So we appreciate these guys. We want to reward them because they're making it so that we can all eat dragon meat. So keep that in mind. So quickly, just to review that again, starting off unranked 2015 and 15, degen, we add 5% to level 1, 10% to level 3. Those are those numbers. Hodler, we add 5% again to level 3. So those are those numbers. And then whale, we're going to add 5% to levels 2 and 3. So that's the final numbers, right? Which is 80% being paid out initially through this 3-level compensation plan. So a potential maximum there of 80%. However, still not done, guys, because I want to show you the coming soon thing that we're really putting together, again, for leaders. And we just need to figure out a couple of these percentages, but we are actually keeping space right now. I know Kapil is on here. This has already been communicated to him. So we're keeping space right now for 2 bonus pools that are going to be coming soon, a hodler pool and a whale pool. And the only thing that we need to decide right now is what the percentages are. We want to make sure that we're doing enough to be really super generous for the leaders, but also we're doing enough to be really healthy for the project as well, right? So this is, though, the incentive for you guys to not be so concerned about what's happening just in my 3 levels, right? But also what's happening throughout my entire team, and also what's happening throughout the entire Sosana community as a whole. I love bonus pools. I do, because once I was in a company where they had bonus pools, I realized that I had an incentive to basically work with people, whether they were on my team or not. Because once I was in the bonus pools, I was getting a piece of everything that was happening throughout the entire company. So I didn't really care if you were on my team or not. You were still contributing, you know, to the bottom line financially for me and my family. And that's what we want to do for you guys. So for the hodlers and for the whales, we're putting together bonus pools. We're going to actually come up with these percentages very soon, and we'll be able to tell you what they're going to be. But and once you get into that hodler pool, you know, and that whale pool, you will actually get a share of these bonus pools, and that percentage will be representative of what's happening at globally, not just within your team. So that is a huge, huge deal. And those of you who have been around, you get it. We want to create a massive incentive for people to say, I'm gonna go out there and bust it to become a hodler or become a whale, because this can actually go ballistic. You know, when Mark starts talking about those numbers and that tipping point now, as more and more is coming in, these pools will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we're going to see the people who hit hodler and whale in our community get massive, massive, massive rewards. We want you guys to be in this with us, feeling like that you're partially an owner of this, because we all are, right? And that you have a huge, huge incentive to keep this going, to keep it healthy, to keep actually, you know, attracting more people, and to keep helping other people, you know, progress and advance themselves within the community, because it's building this, and it's building your personal bank account. So with that said, guys,